Hi, I'm Janis from JBMTHINKS, sports parenting, coach's wife for almost 3 decades, and sports mom for 21 years. And I recently had a parent ask me, what do you do if your child's coach is not really coaching? In other words, something goes wrong, your child doesn't do something right, they get pulled out of the game, and the coach is not really telling them where they need to improve or what they need to do. Maybe they're just doing a bunch of scrimmaging and they're not really doing anything that is helping your child improve their skills. My kids have had coaches like that. I can remember a couple specifically that one of them was when my child was playing softball, and her coach basically, at the girls were in high school at this point, so he kind of just said, let them run practice, and didn't do much. He kind of just sat back and watched, and it was kind of frustrating because I felt like my daughter wanted to improve and wanted to work hard, and there was no coach pushing them. And then it happened to my son. He played freshman basketball in high school, and his coach was not doing a good job of coaching and telling them what they needed to do. And in that particular situation, there was another parent who did know basketball who pulled together a few of the kids outside of practice and said, look, guys, this is what you need to be working on. Now, I don't know that I recommend that situation. He was just an aggressive parent. But what do you do in that situation when your child is on a team and the coach is not really coaching? And I'm sure you're going to run into this sooner or later if your kid plays sports long enough. And I don't know why coaches are this way. Maybe they don't know any better. Maybe they think that just scrimmaging is going to do the job. Maybe they're lazy. Maybe they're just filling in because somebody needs to do it. And so they don't necessarily know what to do. They may be just doing it out of ignorance. And so when that happens to you, I would say, first of all, your first inclination is going to want to be like, really, coach? Get it together. If you're going to be here coaching my kid, then you need to do the job. That's going to be your first inclination. And I'm going to tell you that that's probably not the best way to go about it. Getting upset at the coach, wanting to chew them out because they're not doing their job, is not going to help him do his job. I would suggest a couple of things. Maybe you could go to the coach and say, hey, I really love the sport. I love these kids. I've been around it for a while. Would you be interested in me helping out at all? I mean, I want to help you become or I want to help you do your job, and I would like to help make this team better. Do you have any need for me to help out? In a nice way, you do that. And so that may be one choice. And if they say, yeah, then perfect. Then you have an opportunity to step in and help and not usurp him, but gently start, making suggestions and adding things in. If that doesn't work, you may, and here's the deal. You may be frustrated with it, but is your child frustrated with it? If your child is frustrated with it and comes to you and says, I am not learning anything, coach is not doing anything, is not telling me what to do, is not coaching me, she's not helping, I really want to work on this, what do I do? Well, at that point, I would say, if you think you know what the coach is trying to do, but they're not really getting it done and they're having a hard time, and your child is coming to you for help, then I think it's okay for you to help your child. Away from practice, maybe at home, maybe run through some things just with your child, as long as your child requests that help and comes to you for that help. You don't pull them out as soon as they come home from practice and they start complaining about the coach. You don't say, well, look, let me tell you what you need to be doing, and then do it. No, let your child be the one to say, Dad, Mom, I need a little extra help with this because coach isn't really helping me figure it out. Can you help me? Then I think, yeah, go ahead, help your kid. Boost them up a little bit. Give them something that they can sink their teeth into and take back and apply to the game and to practice. Complaining to the coach is probably going to put him on his defensive. If you come to him and tell him you're not doing your job, that's going to put him on his defensive, and that's not going to solve it. But if you come to him and just say, is there anything I can do to help? Even if it's not coaching. My child really is struggling with this, or I'd like to see my child improve in this. Better yet, have your child go to the coach and say, Coach, I really want to work on this. Coach, I really need to know this. Help your child learn to be a question asker. My daughter was really good in high school at asking questions, middle school and high school. Sometimes I think it drove her coaches a little crazy. But you could always count on her. If she did not understand something, if she wasn't clear on it, she would go ask the coach. She was very bold about asking those questions. And although it may have seemed like every now and then the coach is like, oh, here comes Holly with another question. Deep down, they did appreciate the fact that she wanted to know and she wanted to learn. And it helped them see maybe something that they weren't clarifying. So teach your child to ask questions on their own in practice, even during the game if they have to, for clarification and understanding. So that's what I would do. And remember, the season's going to be over. Your child's going to move on. Help your child to get the most. The season does not have to define your whole child's athletic career. It's just a season. There are going to be many more seasons. And hopefully you will have coaches that will do an awesome coaching job. So until then, be supportive. See if there's any way you can help. Help your child if they ask for help, and teach your child to ask questions and to seek understanding from the coach for themselves. Hopefully that helps answer the question a little bit, and be patient. There'll be another season, and hopefully you can move on after that's done. And there's always something that your child can learn from the season, even if it seems like you think it's a waste, because it's not. Have a great week, and please remember to be part of the Positive Sports Parenting Tribe.